This is the resistance.
What's up, everyone? This is the TinMan with the Worldwide Resistance Network, and I apologize for the delay. We have been and continue to be experiencing technical difficulties. Finally, it went live on Rumble. Fuck! All through the intro, it finally went live on Rumble. Like, son of a fucking bitch.
About time, man.
Oh, man. Like I said, it's been a technical nightmare today. I don't know what it is, but everything that could go wrong with the system did go wrong with the system. But we are now live. We are now good.
TinMan.
I don't have to throw my equipment across the room.
Yeah. TinMan, you're on Rumble.
TinMan, yeah, I'm Rumble. TinMan TV is now live. This is TinMan TV with the Worldwide Resistance Network. I, of course, am your host, Chris Sheldon, the TinMan. And this is what? Met Monster Blue. Why? Because this is a fictitious product, isn't it? We are not sponsored by anybody. Not APAC, not corporate sponsors. We don't even have a partnership with Rumble or any of that nonsense. We are on the people, by the people, and for the people. And I am going to show you. I want to show you guys something. I want to show you why your support is so important and why we emphasize the point that we are of the people, by the people. This happened this morning. Check this out.
And so, yeah, we know Israel, to a great extent, controls our foreign and domestic policies, trying to exert more control. So we're spotlighting it. And when Trump starts moving in the right direction, we jump on that to then exert our will as the American people, as constituents. So, again, this isn't about, oh, this makes Trump look good. He's bashing Netanyahu because Netanyahu's the most unpopular man in the world in all the major polls. What are you doing carrying water for Trump? That's mental illness. We want the strait open. We want the war done. We want the inflation back under control. We want the recovery to work. We want the civilians to stop dying. That's what this is all about. We elected Trump to stop all these wars. He said he'd end the war in Ukraine in a day. He could have. He turns off the intelligence and the money, but he hasn't. Doesn't mean we don't keep pushing Trump to end this damn potentially world-ending war. So I will continue to push for the end of the Iran war. I will continue to push for the end of the Ukraine war. I will continue to push to secure the border and to get people in there that'll do their job. And I will have the former head of the Border Patrol on, Bavino, a week and a half ago, exposing that there are a bunch of sellouts are in there, and they brought in a bunch of Democrat NGO people, and I said, this is terrible. Another betrayal of Trump. Does he know about it? I don't know, but we're exposing it. We're watchmen on the wall. I'm going to report to you what's going on.
Watchman on the wall. Where have I heard that before? Huh. Sounds like my shtick. Told you he watches our shit. Told you he quotes me. See? There you have it. There you have it. Yeah. People like Jones do watch our podcast. And you see him quoting me. Like, I caught him right there. And this has happened many, many times in the past. Okay? If he is the mouth, we're evidently the brain, because every time I turn around, he's quoting us on something. How long have I been saying that we are the watchmen and quoting Ezekiel 33:6? Now he's doing it. prior to that, in 2009, I started the resistance stick. If you're watching this, you are the resistance. Prior to that, how often did he actually use that stick?
Never did.
We brought the Mr. Giggles character in. That's kind of a funny side character, satire. And he starts doing shit like that and having side characters. Okay?
He had Millie Weaver play Rainbow Snatch.
Exactly. We created Mr. Giggles. He created Rainbow Snatch. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. But it just goes to show how big of an impact we are having. Okay? He quotes us all the time. If I have an idea or we throw out an idea or an alternative perspective and he sees it, he'll pick up on it and he'll regurgitate it. And which is great because he has got a far bigger audience than we do. So if I'm essentially the brain and he's the mouth, cool, whatever. But it just goes to show how important what we at the Worldwide Resistance Network do. Okay? If we are relevant enough for Alex Jones to quote on a semi or at least regular basis, then we're relevant enough to make sure that our message reaches as many people as possible. So again, we put it to you guys. We do this for you guys. And naturally, and I'm quoting Jones here. If he's going to quote me, I'm going to quote him. You support those who fight for you and have your back, right? We're fighting for you every day. So support the broadcast, share the live feeds, share the retransmissions. Check out our online store at REALTWWRN.printify.me for tons of great merchandise. None of us gets paid. Everything that we make, whether it be monetization or sales from the store, goes back into the network to help us grow and reach more people and have a greater impact. So help us help you. And even if buying products isn't your cup of tea, I understand economics are hard right now. Again, to quote Alex Jones, it costs nothing to be a patriot. It costs nothing to share the live feeds, and it costs nothing to give us a follow on our various social medias, X, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, all at REALTWWRN. And it costs nothing to be a part of the conversation. Everybody's got a damn opinion. Everybody's got a thought. Everybody's got evidence and facts and points that they can make.
What he's doing?
Share them on the show. Comments are enabled. I'm trying to figure out how to get the comments from Rumble to display here. Worst case scenario, we'll just have it. I'll just quote it off camera. But be a part of the conversation. Most online podcasters and radio show hosts will just throw out a hotline number. We say, fuck that. Everybody, come be a part of the conversation. Come be a part of the round table. And let's throw out ideas. Let's pick each other's brains. From beginning to end, let's make this a global phenomenon. But we can't do it without you. I can only go so far. Reverend can only go so far. The rest is on you guys. And I think it costs nothing to share the live feed, and it's just a click of a button. If you can click on a YouTube video, you can click the little like button. You can click the little follow.
I think what he's doing is equivalent of stealing a joke.
Let him. How many times do we quote other people? You quote Jeff Dunham all the time. So
yeah, but it's satire though. But I don't. Thing is, I add satire. The thing is,
yeah,
I separate it. You know, but
yeah,
in true discussion, I don't quote anybody like Jones. I like to be have some simplicity. You know, I may quote Dunham, Carlin, whatever. The thing is, I I know it's satire. I know what I say is that it's that respect. The thing is still, I want to be able to be original and have that simplicity, you know.
Yeah.
But what he's doing is, I mean, we did it first. Then he does it. Oh, fuck, dude. You know what I'm saying?
No, well, that's fine. I mean, he has a bigger audience. And my point is, I want the message to get out there. All that matters is that the message gets across. And again, I'm quoting Conspiracy on here. He said it. I don't care what I look like. I don't care what I sound like. I don't care what the beat is. All I care is that the message gets across. Now, if Alex Jones is the one that regurgitates it and gets it into the ears and the minds of his millions of viewers, so be it. If he's the mouth and I'm the brainchild, so fucking be it. I will take my lumps and I will take my wins where I get them. You know, this isn't about rating a ratings war or any of that nonsense. This is about getting the message across. So if Jones wants to help me do that, whether it be directly or indirectly, I'm fine with that. I don't care. I don't give a rat's fucking ass. Okay? Do it. More power to him.
Yeah.
But obviously, my point is the message is obviously very, very powerful. And if it's powerful enough for Alex Jones to regurgitate it, then it's powerful enough for you to share it. And that's all we're asking. Support the broadcast by sharing the live feeds and giving us a like and follow. That's all I'm asking. I'm not even asking you to go to the online store. The online store is simply a means of providing you great merch. Yeah, the organization gets the money for it, which goes back into building the network, gets us more equipment. It's good. Our next project is getting Revan a studio set up. We're working on that as we speak. You know, a lot of conversations.
I've already got my couching coming in. It'll be a while because I'm gonna be doing some serious cleaning in my room, and I'm gonna put
you'll be getting the banner.
Yeah.
And you and I were talking offline earlier today about digital studio integration, the same systems that I'm using to help you streamline your stuff and make things more efficient for you because you are having some technical difficulties and limitations. So, again, it all goes back into the network.
I use what I have. I know. I mean, I have. The only limit I have is I got my tablet, my computer, my phone. This is my right now. I'm at my desk, and I'm in front of my backup computer, and I haven't used it in forever. So this is the second day I've been using it. So for now, it's all I got for now. So.
Yeah, here. Let me jump into the studio here on my phone, and I'll show you guys what my setup looks like. Okay, I'm not in a professional studio. Let me show you. Okay. That is my studio. Everything you see, I built myself. We are in my own house in this shit. Why is this not working? Okay, there we go. Like I said, we are continuing to experience many, many technical difficulties. But again, we do this for you guys. Even through the difficulties, we do it for you guys. So show us some love. That's all we ask. Now, jumping into the meat and potatoes of this podcast. Reverend, you and I were talking about it earlier. We were talking about it some last night on the roundtable, and a little bit during Great Jedi TV on your channel, the Anonymous Republic Network.
Yeah.
The essential hypocrisy that is going on within these political parties, particularly the Democratic Party, has now rehashed their old slogan of trust the science. And they're all about, you got to trust the science, you got to trust the science, except for this when the science doesn't agree with your political narrative. And I have a lot of conversations with a lot of people on and offline. You know, I have a lot of friends who identify as Democrat, and I notice a pattern here. Most of them tend to fall into the cult-like mentality. They are devoted to what they believe. And if you challenge that, especially with a point that factually refutes their perception, they get extremely upset. Like, it reverts back to the whole, oh, you got to trust the science, but my feelings take precedence over the facts. And it's like, what? Yeah, I mean, you can't have it both ways. And that's where I see this hypocrisy, because it's this cult-like mentality, and Republicans are equally as guilty. Okay?
Yeah.
I find myself fighting that urge myself to get upset or to get angry about something that challenges what I think I know. And I have to take a step back, and I have to apply the scientific method. Now, for those of you who do not know what the scientific method is, it is not methamphetamine. Okay, we do math, not meth. But to quote the scientific method in its entirety would be to first observe and ask questions. Okay, question. Do we not say it all the time? Question everything. Second, research. Research. If you are not sure about something, research it. Question it, research it, verify it. Formulate a hypothesis, test your hypothesis. And make a final determination based on the available facts, and then share the results. That's your scientific method. But so many people on the left and on the right don't. They just take whatever their party says as gospel. And if you say anything, whether as the opposing political party, red to blue or blue to red, or even if you're an independent, free-thinking agent like ourselves, people lose their fucking minds.
Exactly.
It's like, so long as you go along with the plan, everything's fine. But the second you challenge their perceptions of reality, and everybody loses their mind. But yet, trust the science. Trust the science, except for when the science refutes your notions of reality and what you think you believe. At which point, all hell breaks loose.
That's like Biden saying, trust these nuts.
If Biden said trust these nuts, I would have laughed. Now, I mean, and a lot of people will say, it's like, oh, you got to trust the science, except for the idea that a biological man could somehow become a biological woman and that two men can have a baby and stuff like that. It's like, okay, the math doesn't math, right? But what really kicked it off, and I don't know if you heard about this, Revan, but what's really kicking this off is not just the new pandemic, the cuntavirus, and what is it? Ebola is the other one they're trying to sell you on again?
they're trying to sell us on this Ebola shit again.
I thought we handled that when everybody was injecting themselves with bleach. Yeah, trust the science.
That's so fucking stupid, dude.
But it happened. Do you remember back in 2016? The bleach meme. Hey, inject yourself with bleach to cure your Ebola.
I remember the call it the Tide Pod Challenge.
Yeah, again, another thing, the Tide Pod Challenge, inject yourself with bleach to cure Ebola. The Ice Bucket Challenge. Yeah, way to cause hypothermia, geniuses. And these are the same people that say trust the science. Right.
They could tell us, trust these nuts. Well, I don't trust anybody's nuts. No, especially Michelle Obama's nuts. That's fucking bitch.
Well, I mean, let's take climate change, for instance. These climate issues. Ever since, what was it, the 1960s or 1950s, 1960s, they've been saying, oh, something bad's going to happen in 10 years. First it was oil reserves. Oil was going to run out in 10 years. Fossil fuels would run out in 10 years. Didn't happen. A second ice age would happen in 10 years. Didn't happen. Acid rain would destroy all the crops in 10 years back in the 80s. That didn't happen.
Bullshit.
In the 90s, the ozone layer was going to collapse in 10 years. Didn't happen. And they'll say, oh, well, that's because we did our part in fixing. No, the fuck we didn't. No, we didn't. There's still just as much garbage in the fucking ocean as has ever been, if not more so. LAX is, the sky near LAX is still bright fucking green at night. Smog is everywhere. It's always been. Okay? We are not doing fucking shit to save the planet. In the 2000s, oh, the polar ice caps are gonna fucking melt in 10 years. Yet all these Democrats in particular were buying up beachfront property. Okay? Scientific method. If the polar ice caps are going to melt in 10 years and sea levels are going to rise and all the coastal cities are going to be underwater, why the fuck are all these same people buying up beachfront property?
Exactly.
Come on, guys. Why are people like Bill Gates, and Mark Nutsuckerbird, the chain-smoking penguin rapist, sitting there with houses on the Hawaiian Islands? Okay, you bet your ass if climate change was a thing and the polar ice caps were going to melt and sea levels were going to rise, you bet your ass the Hawaiian Islands would be underwater. Come on. Yeah. Again, apply the scientific method. Investigate, research, question, research, verify. Come on. This is basic science. This is a scientific method applied to real world situations. Okay. That is what science is. You say trust the science. That is science. Investigating shit is science. Okay. The polar ice caps didn't melt. You had no science. And there was no evidence to suggest that it ever would. Okay. It was fear-born bullshit. And now the new thing that I heard was, what was it? If the base levels go up 2 more degrees, the ozone layer will collapse or something like that. Now it has something to do with if something goes up 2 degrees.
I think it might go 2 degrees. I think it might go up 10 degrees up AOC's ass.
I don't know. It's supposed to be like 2 degrees. If something goes 2 degrees higher, the world's fucked in some capacity. I've heard varying stories about it, and I'm like, what do you have to base this on? What do these people have to base this on? Okay, where have you tested this hypothesis and proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that this would be the outcome? Like, where have you applied the scientific method and How did you apply the scientific method and come to this conclusion? Show me the science. Show me the steps of the scientific method on this. There's nothing. Again, the best you fucking had was the polar ice caps were going to melt in 10 years, and then Dick Cheney was up there with a fucking blowtorch with his buddies trying to keep the dream alive to the day he died. I mean, come the fuck on. It's fucking bullshit.
It's been full of shit since day one, man. You know, like shit.
Yeah, it has. But what's really sparked this off, apart from the Ebola shit, is RFK has been cited many times, and the Democrats are eating this up for saying that HIV is in no way linked to AIDS. HIV does not lead to AIDS. What? Now that's a fairly asinine statement. I'm not gonna lie. That is a fairly asinine statement for Kennedy to say. And when I heard that, and I'll tell you who told me that, it was Aaron. And I already knew that Kennedy had said it. And, you know, I didn't get mad because I'm willing to investigate. It's like, did Kennedy say this? Yes, he did. Okay? Now, I had heard he said things like that, but I never bothered to, like, really look into it until it became a prevalent issue. But now that it's a prevalent issue, and people are talking about it, and this is why they're talking about it, okay, it is worth looking into. So I go, okay, I'm not going to get mad at this. Let me look this up. I already was pretty well positive, like 99% positive, but I double-checked. Again, scientific method, check and double-check your work. And yeah, verified, he said it. Nothing has changed. He didn't retract the statements. He didn't amend what he said or try to correct what he said. He said it before and apparently stands by it and regurgitates it. Okay? I knew he said it. I had to double check, make sure that was still the case and that he didn't do any semblance of a retraction or course correction on that. And even before I had to double check it, I didn't get mad about it. I would have voted for Kennedy had he stayed in the race, but, you know, things are what they are. But, you know, if you put your foot in your mouth, you put your foot in your mouth. And I'm an independent free thinker, so I will call balls and strikes, right?
Yeah.
You got to be unbiased. You got to live in the real world. You can't be caught up in that cult-like mentality. And if you're getting pissed off because somebody presents an alternative point of view, then you are factually in a cult-like mentality and you are not willing to question the official narrative and are caught up in the divide and conquer narrative because you are letting your emotions dictate your reality instead of reality dictating reality. You're feeding into the divide and conquer narrative because you are more invested in your emotions and your perception of reality being threatened than you are in the truth.
If one put their emotions in check and just think, because feelings are like irrelevant. It's about thinking. It's about look at the bigger picture. You know, I mean. My feelings hurt. I don't give a fuck. Facts don't give a crap about your feelings. No.
Yeah, they do not. Now,
so get buff your ass. Go to the gym. Get a clue.
Yeah. Now, well, here's the thing. Like when it comes to AIDS, where did AIDS come from? Okay, one thing I can attribute to Kennedy if AIDS was, and this is a fair argument, if AIDS is a sexually transmitted disease and is a blood to blood, biofluid to biofluid, it's not an airborne pathogen. How did patient 0 get it?
You look at,
I'm not the only one who does it.
Back in the day, because during the golden age, you had actors, actresses, directors, producers that had to hide their sexuality because of the contract,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, here it is right here. If HIV is sexually transmitted, how did the first person get it? How did they get it? It doesn't make sense. If it's a sexually transmitted disease, how did patient 0 get it? It makes no sense.
I don't think
and
it will.
A lot of people are saying, oh, well, you got it wrong. Somebody ate a certain monkey or fucked a certain monkey. If that were the case, human beings have existed regardless of whether you believe in the biblical timeline or the Darwinistic timeline. People have been on this planet for a very, very long time. Several thousands of years, if not several 100,000 of years, depending on what you believe. And you are telling me that within the time frame of humanity's entire existence, this virus only popped up in the past 50 years, in the 1970s and 80s, because somebody ate or fucked a monkey? No.
Rock Hudson, he got sick, and a lot of people were kind of like, okay, how to get sick?
Yeah.
How to get AIDS?
Then and we're going to do a deep dive into that. But my point is, so hold on to that thought because it's going to be prevalent in a few moments here. But my point is, it's the same argument over and over again. Okay, how did the first person get AIDS? Oh, they ate a monkey or they fucked a monkey. It's the same thing with COVID. Oh, how did COVID come about? Oh, well, somebody ate a bat in Wuhan, China at some wet market. Okay? Ozzy Osbourne ate a bat in the 90s? He bit the head off a fucking bat, didn't get COVID? You're going to tell me that that wet markets have existed for however long, and it just so happened now? And yet, despite that, the science, and it's actually a proven fact, states that something like that should have happened a hell of a lot sooner in human history. And it's proven that Bill Gates has owned a patent on this virus since 2005, had the virus at his laboratory in Fort Detrick, Maryland until 2016, until it came out and it got exposed, and then moved it subsequently to the laboratory in Wuhan, China, that was right down the street from said wet market. A laboratory that, mind you, has a very long history of disease leaks and disease escapes. Okay? And that is apart from the fact that, again, this patent has existed since 2005, and they have been talking about it for decades, saying that they were going to release mass plagues on the earth, that they were going to do this thing. What was it? They came out in the official papers in 2009 and said disease. They were calling it Disease X back in 2009, and they were going to do the mass mandates, the social distancing, and all that shit. Okay? Do the math. Do the science. Investigative research. Okay? Question everything. Research everything. Hypothesis. Conclusion. Blah, blah, blah. Okay? It didn't come from no fucking bat in a wet market. It came from Bill fucking Gates, who cut it loose in Wuhan, China, and it was fucking planned that way. Disease X. Look up the patent for.
They did have some labs all over the world. They found 2 here in Fresno.
Mm-hmm.
Go and think. They had Chinese nationals here in Fresno, and all the parts of California, and they had labs, biolabs.
Yeah, absolutely. And take the COVID-19 vaccine. Look how fast that fucking thing came out. And it was free. It saves lives, so that's why it's free. Okay, if that were the case, why wasn't chemotherapy, why isn't insulin free for diabetics? Why isn't dialysis free? Why isn't cancer treatment free? Why aren't all these other things free? Cancer and heart disease are the 2 top killers on this fucking planet.
Because there's no money in it. It's about money.
Oh, but disease X, COVID-19. Oh, that vaccine's got to be free. Vaccine's got to be available to everybody in the world, despite the fact that it was only the equivalent of the flu. That's essentially what it was. It was the fucking flu.
Exactly.
And yet they had to have this vaccine. Trust the science. Okay? You have to have years of scientific testing before it can even go to clinical trials. Yet this thing rolled out in a matter of weeks. And we were told that it was safe and effective. Yet 2 caveats with that. Safe and effective, yet you find out that multiple people started dying off almost immediately. And the final death toll is what, in the millions now? Why? Because the virus contained an HIV spike protein that killed your fucking immune system. Again, fact. They tested the virus. They found out what was in it. HIV spike proteins as well as nanotech that killed your autoimmune system. And that's how most of these people fucking died.
Yeah.
Okay? Trust the science, they say. Okay, you say the vaccine was effective, but yet had a shit fit for people who did not get vaccinated, saying that they're going to contaminate the vax. The unvaxxed were going to contaminate the vax, despite this virus vaccine being so innately effective. If the vaccine worked, how could the non-vaxxed infect the vaxxed? That makes no fucking sense. Oh, you can argue that, the virus mutated, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, your vaccine didn't cover that. So you would have been susceptible to it regardless. If the virus mutated, say everybody on the fucking planet got vaccinated and the virus mutated, you'd still have been susceptible to it. So it's kind of an oxymoron there, don't you fucking think?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, people.
I took the vaccine twice. One in December, and then again in January.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yet they want you to take the booster. Get 5 boosters and be fine.
Okay, but I thought the virus vaccine was effective. It was safe and effective, but yet you require all these boosters, and the non-vax can reinfect you, and it has an HIV spike protein in it that we didn't tell you about. Ooh.
I think what it was is that 2020 was coming around, and it was the election season. And somewhere down the line, they used that bullshit to get Biden elected.
Yeah.
When I said that in 2022, I lost my champ for 3 years.
Oh, no doubt. And it all started with Trump because, again, he shoots himself in the fucking foot and pisses off his fucking base and hands it right back to the Democrats, and everybody's going,
why must you fail me so often?
And you know, that brings me to my next point. We'll double back to the vaccines and the AIDS thing in a moment. But I've got another clip I want to share here. You know, people on the left attack Republicans all the fucking time and say they're Nazis, and you know, anybody who supported Trump is a Nazi and a bad person and all that. And that's not the case. Like, this clip here really hits the nail on the head and really helps to put perspective back on the table here. Check this out.
Ryan, clip it short. Here it is.
There is, you know, what's core MAGA now?
I have no idea.
I think I know. Trump has said from the beginning...
Pedophile supporting Israeli lobby? I have no idea.
Need a different acronym. But Trump has said from the beginning that he defines what MAGA is. MAGA is what I say it is, he has said. And he's not wrong. It's his moniker, it's his campaign slogan, and all along he's defined what is and is not MAGA. And he told me personally, MAGA will feel the way I want them to feel. I'll tell them how to feel about this, that, or the other thing, and they will. And he has been totally right on that. The problem for Trump now is that he has defined MAGA literally to those who agree with Mark Levin. If you don't agree with Mark Levin, you're not MAGA, which means you must be a neocon whose main issue is what's in the best interest of Israel. And that defines MAGA down to nothing. It's a nub. So what's that? It's not large. It's not important. It's not cool. It's not appealing to young people. It has no future. Much like Mark Levin himself, it's old, it's angry, and it's dying. And so those are the people who, like, the die-hard loyalists who will just feel the way Trump wants them to feel are the ones who are harassing you for saying what you think about Thomas Massie. They're entitled to their opinion, but they do not represent the Republican Party. They don't represent the right, and they definitely don't represent the future.
Yeah. And that really is the basis of it. A lot of people on the left hate Republicans because they're Republicans. Oh, well, you must have supported Trump. It's like, so you must be a Nazi and you supported Trump because you're a Nazi. No. People supported Trump. Even on the left, people supported Trump because they were sick of the same old bullshit. They were sick of being lied to. They were sick of politicians selling out to lobbyists and not being for the American people. And they were just tired of it. They voted for Trump the same reason that people voted for Obama. They wanted change, and they never fucking got it. And the left sits there and says, oh, Obama's such a fucking hero, dude. Fucking documentaries up the ass exposing his fucking crimes and his fraud and deception. Bird, you don't want to join? Breaking my heart, man. Love you, Bird. Well, if you want to join in the comments, you're welcome to. But, yeah.
Hey, look at your mission, man.
Oh, what happened?
Stuck.
You putting my fucking shit on pause. God damn it. Did you make that?
Yeah.
You made that? You know, I'm just... I gotta share that. That is fucking great. That is fucking... Okay. That was fucking great. Like, you are getting way ahead of me, brother. You are getting so way ahead of me. But why is Meta opening? I don't want Meta open. Meta can go fuck itself. Meta, go fuck yourself. I don't know what the hell is going on, but it keeps trying to open. I'm trying to open my messenger and it's opening Meta. It's pissing me off. People wonder why I get pissed off at AI. There we go. Here we go. Okay. Got it. You guys are going to fucking love this. That is fucking great, dude. That is fucking great. And I'm going to touch on him in a little bit here. But I want to get back to the AIDS thing. Now,
I can't generate an image of Colin Harris.
Where the fuck did patient zero come from? How do you join? The link's in the description, bro.
Good question there. I mean, who was the first person who got COVID? Who got cancer first? Who got the AIDS first? I mean, it's a good question, man. You know, like.
Well, I mean, you've got these. We know where the COVID-19 virus came from. We know where COVID-19 came from. We know about Project and Operation Artichoke, how they're poisoning our food and keeping us sick, and how it causes cancer. Bird, I just sent you the link in Messenger. You should be able to join now. But not a lot of people know where the AIDS virus came from, and everybody for the longest time thought, oh, somebody ate or fucked a monkey, and that's how the AIDS virus came about. But if that were the case, how the fuck did it only come about in the late 70s and early 90s? Like, how the fuck did that happen? You really want to know how that shit came along? Okay, check this out. Okay, and it was in major public newspapers and everything. Okay, this is the man that gave us AIDS. Okay, Dr. Robert Gallo. Okay,
Looks like Anthony.
and how they get it out? Smallpox vaccines. They put it in the fucking vaccines, and then again, and with the COVID vaccines, could increase risk of HIV because they put the HIV spike protein in the virus vaccine. Okay, Dr. Robert Gallo created the virus back in the 1960s, and people like Fauci released it with the help of the CIA and the funding of the CIA, put that shit in vaccines, and it broke out in the late 70s, early 80s. And welcome, Tommy Bird. Do you have the corona herpes? Yeah, we were just covering how where the AIDS virus came from. What the fuck keeps chewing my phone? I am muting my phone now. This motherfucking thing just keeps going off, and I'm tired of it. There. So, I think Tommy Bird might be frozen. It's you! Thomas, I don't know if you realize, but you are frozen, brother. So go ahead and disconnect and reconnect if you can. Calm the fuck down. There he is.
What's up, guys?
Hard dicks and airplanes, brother.
Yeah, throw it on me.
Yep. Okay, so we just covered where the AIDS virus came from. And it's not just AIDS, everybody says trust the science. Okay? What science are we trusting here? Right? Are we trusting this asshole? Okay, somebody tell me. Are we really trusting this asshole? Okay, we're really going to take vaccine and health advice from somebody who says that there are too many people on the planet and has proposed ideas of how to reduce the human population, especially through using vaccines. Like, this guy's a fucking lunatic. And these are the people that tell you to trust the science. This guy ain't a fucking scientist. His parents were eugenicists. He's a eugenicist. Okay? He wants population reduction. This is the type of motherfucker that they threw in the freaking trash can in middle school and high school, and then he grew up to be a fucking psychopath and hates humanity and wants to wipe it out because he was bullied in school. The fuck? The fuck was that?
I'm sorry, it was Japanese porn.
The fuck? You! Is it? I gotta see it.
That sounds familiar. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna fucking say it.
You sick little monkey!
And while you're at it, oh man, he's fucking rocking it. Bird's in there rocking it. Okay. So now getting back to what the fuck are you doing, dude? Oh my god, you didn't. Okay, I'm gonna bring these up. These are fucking great. Put your phone down. I'm gonna bring these up. I'm gonna bring them up on camera. Here we go. These are fucking great. Joe Biden as Forrest Gump. Wrong one. Joe Biden as
Elmer
Fudd. That's great. Is that Kamala Harris?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's great. Kamala Harris as the fucking
Wile E. Coyote.
As the Wile E. Coyote. Where's the other one? Where I saw one. They had a Trump one. Where's that one? Oh, there it is. What is this?
Trump has the Noid.
Oh my god, there it is. That is fucking great. I showed somebody else that's annoyed. That was something else that is completely unrelated. Fuck that guy. Yeah. There you go. Donald Trump as the annoyed. That's actually pretty good. That is fucking great. Now, that makes for a great segue, I think. Let's segue into the whole Donald Trump is mentally unfit thing. Okay, let's go down that damn rabbit hole for a moment. People say that Trump's mental decline makes him unfit to be president, right?
Right.
So, and how the fuck? Hold on. There we go. I fixed it. I got no more technical difficulties, man. This has been a freaking nightmare tonight. But yeah, people on the left say that Donald Trump is mentally unfit due to his mental decline. That he is people say that he is in the early stages of onset dementia, and apparently Bird dropped. If he pops back on, we'll re-add him. That Trump is in the early stages of onset dementia and is unfit to be president. And stop sending me shit. But yet, here's Bert. Bert! Welcome back. Okay, so Trump's apparently unfit to be president because of his early stages of onset dementia. But yet, Joe Biden, who due to his cognitive decline, could barely articulate a sentence most days, and they had to keep him out of the public eye, was somehow magically fit to be president. Okay, do we see a double standard here? I mean, at least the orange asshole can still articulate a sentence. But yeah, Joe Biden, they said was perfectly fine despite his inability to even articulate a sentence. I mean, come on. And I'll agree that, most people have there needs to be a cap off on how old you can be to run for any public office. There needs to be a cap off. There not only needs to be term limits, but there needs to be a cap off to where at a certain age, you just no longer qualify for the job. And I'll agree with that consensus. But to sit there and say that one president is not suited for office because of his mental decline due to his age, but yet another who was worse off is qualified, is bias hypocrisy. Am I wrong? Am I wrong in this assertion? I mean, come on, somebody give me an alternative point of view here.
Joe Biden's
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's take Donald Trump again. Donald Trump is a fucking asshole, and a lot of people say because of his attitude, he is not fit to be president. But yet, let's look at what happened with Hillary Clinton when she lost the presidential election. Yeah.
iPhone won't get, or they'll turn them off. And so I was hearing this stuff coming from people that I'd known over the years. I've been a part of 10 presidential campaigns on staff. And I thought, man, this has got to be written about.
So first off, the stunning news comes down. Clearly, Florida was not going to Hillary. It goes to Trump. Then little by little, she starts losing the Rust Belt states. When it became clear and she makes the phone call that you just saw right there that Donald Trump receives, how does Hillary react according to your sources?
According to my sources, a violent reaction. There were 3 sources at the Peninsula Hotel.
Yeah. Hillary Clinton's violent reaction.
Yeah, man, she got pissed off when she had to bow out in the wake, man.
Yeah, like she didn't just get pissed off; she got violent. She was violent. This was a violent outrage. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and that's not the only one. I mean, check it out. I have the other one here. Okay. Secret Service confirms Hillary Clinton election night rage.
Obscenities and throwing objects and election night meltdown. Hello everyone, Jen here, Golden State Times, and today we have a news story. This one comes courtesy of Breitbart.com, and it says that a Tuesday of catharsis for Donald Trump voters turned into an evening of rage for Hillary Clinton. The Democratic presidential nominee, anticipating post-election reactions of many of her supporters, began shouting profanities, banging tables, and turning objects not nailed down into projectiles. Sources have told the American Spectator that on Tuesday night, after Hillary realized that she had lost, she went into a rage. Emmett Terrell reports that the Secret Service officers told at least one of the sources that she began yelling, screaming obscenities, and pounding furniture. She picked up objects and threw them at attendants and staff. She was in an uncontrollable rage. So Podesta came out on election night and he said that they're still counting votes and that votes should count. He declared that to a sad and stunned call. Several states are too close to call, and we're not going to have anything more to say tonight. So she didn't have the courage to come out and say, I lost on election night. We actually streamed that. It should be on our videos, and we'll also put it up on the screen.
Okay. So, and a lot of people have made the argument. It's like, oh, well, she was justifiably upset. Okay, maybe so. Yeah, you lost the election. Yeah, most people would be upset that they lost the election. And especially upset that she lost to somebody like Donald Trump. Okay, I can get the argument for that. But here's the thing. There's a difference between being upset and going into a violent rage. Now, if Trump yelling at people makes him unfit for the president because he has low impulse control, then somebody who goes into a violent rage and turns loose objects into projectiles and is getting physically violent with people because they lost the election, then, yeah, that person is not by any means qualified to run the country. It's kind of a devil's advocate here. If one is not qualified, but the other person who is far worse is magically qualified, that's bias. That is straight bias. That is not trust the science. That is bias bullshit. Thomas, it looks like the wheels in your head are turning, my friend. What do you got? I think you're covering your mic or something. You're muffled as fuck. You cannot be heard, dude. You are muffled as fuck. Stop it! What? Stop it. Not you, Revan. He's going apeshit on Messenger.
Hey, man, check it out, dude.
Oh, God, what'd you do? I think you're covering your mic, Thomas, because you are very difficult to hear.
It sounds like a low, hollow sound, my friend.
Yeah.
Like
let me check this out.
Okay. So let's go to what you've been sharing, Revan. That's great. My God. Okay, we already saw that one. But wasn't there supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom? Why does that do that? Cocksucker. Oh my God! Dude, did you make these? Oh my god! Oh my god! You know what? That's a good one. You know, the whole burping thing. Let's go with the. Oh, we gotta stop eating beef and cut back on the cattle and how many cattle there are on the planet because of the methane they expel from their bodies.
I'm going to show this on TikTok here later on.
Yeah. Like, oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're much better.
We can hear you,
Go ahead.
Dingo. We can hear you, brother. Dingo. We can hear you. They got you here.
All right. I don't think that Hillary was. I'm just want to say I don't believe in. Oh, I hope I don't get hate for this. I don't think women are meant to be president.
Are you playing us in the background?
There's a fan in the background.
Because you're still slightly muscled and there's kind of a reverb.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, well, I think it's because I keep putting my phone down. So let me put my phone down real quick. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Is it better?
Yeah, I think you've got a shitty phone.
I do got a shitty phone.
You're a shitty person with a shitty phone.
It's an Android.
So is mine, but mine works.
I had mine for 5 years.
Dude, I can give you a freaking phone. I like 3 of them.
I'm getting a laptop, like I said the other day. I'm getting a laptop here soon, so.
Get one like what I have. I'll send you the link for it after the show.
Okay. I don't think women should be president, and it's not because I'm sexist. I just don't think.
You sexist bastard!
I'm just saying, men and women have their certain roles. You know what I mean? I don't know how else to say it. But even if women are already president, I don't think she's qualified for it because in my mind she's a criminal.
Yeah,
and
Hillary is a criminal.
So
and,
she should be in jail.
She should be, and there's a lot of things that make her unfit. I mean, you look at what happened. You know, a lot of the shit that she accused Trump of, and being a shitty person and whatnot. I think the fan might be blowing into your mic, and that might be the noise we're hearing.
Hold on.
Let's see if that improves.
Can you hear me now?
Take it later, brother.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but I'm still hearing that noise.
It's got to be my phone, man.
It probably is. It's all right. Oh, let me try an experiment here. Okay, so I muted his mic, and we're still hearing it. So it might be you, Revan.
No? Hold on.
Oh, let me try something. Okay, do we have that reverb? No, it's Revan. Revan, it's you.
You blame me?
It wasn't you, Bird. It was not you. It's Revan. It's whatever Revan's doing.
Okay. So you can't hear me?
Yes, we can hear you barely.
Okay.
But you know, you look at what people have against Trump on, you know, being a sexual deviant, grab her by the pussy and all that shit. But look at the hypocrisy of that in contrast to the Clintons. Hillary Clinton, on record, admitted that she defended a guy who she knew was a rapist and got him off the hook. But was, holy fuck.
You hear me?
Yeah, there we go. I'm kicking your ass out. There you go.
Oh, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes. Stop
it. Give me a finger. Give me a finger if you can. If you hear me, give me a finger. Think it.
Yeah. Okay. So
you guys are the best, man. You guys are the best. Thank you guys so much.
Hillary Clinton and her supporters cited Trump for being a pervert and a sexual deviant and all that. But yet she, when she was an attorney, defended somebody on a rape case that she knew was guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt, got him off, and gloated about it. Her husband, Bill Clinton, when he was in college, was nearly expelled and almost went to prison on rape charges. And we all know his long history of sexual proclivities. A lot of people say that Trump is in the Epstein files, but yet Bill Clinton has flown the Lolita Express and gone to the island 26 times.
Even Bill Clinton went to the island. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I just said. He's been there. He flew the Lolita Express and went to the island 26 times.
The only thing I didn't understand about that is that he actually admitted that, and he talked about it. And they have some files against Trump, but Trump refuses to show the files that's on him to the public.
Well, he's protecting his friends. That's the biggest thing. Like, and it's part of the public record that he's holding it back because it would embarrass his friends. And we know who those friends are.
Here's the thing, man. A real friend, all right? You know, I'm not saying that if it's like something petty or whatever, I'll let it go. But it's something big, I would want my friend to take responsibility. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think a real friend will convince them to turn, if it's bad like that, to turn them in, you know, or at least try to convince them. As a president, though, you got to put your affairs and your family and everything aside. Because your country,
your personal feelings aside,
you're a leader of a country. Country needs to see this information, and you're hiding it because of your friends.
Yeah, because if there were, and the reason we know this for a fact is because the Democrats had these files for 4 years. If there was really something on Trump, they would have released that during the presidential run and crucified his ass. If they had something, they would have fucking used it and they would have crucified his ass. But they did nothing with it. But yet we know Clinton has been on the Lolita Express and to the island 26 plus times.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on, guys. And, you know, everybody wants to harp on the whole grab her by the pussy thing. How many motherfuckers laugh their asses off? Those same motherfuckers that bitch about Trump saying grab her by the pussy during a private locker room conversation, but yet have no bitch about Clinton getting his dick sucked in the Oval Office by his intern. And how many people laughed their asses off, those same people who bitch about Trump, laughed about what's his name going, fuck her right in the pussy.
Yeah, he was like the biggest liar ever, Bill Clinton. Oh, I did not stay with that woman. I did not have affairs with this woman. And he found out that he did. Like, the whole, it's all bullshit, man.
Exactly.
It's all bullshit.
Yeah, and nobody seemed to care. Nobody on the left seemed to fucking care.
Nope.
About any of that. Something that happened before Trump was president in a locker room is this major scandal.
Does it seem like the left is just waiting for something on the right to fuck up? It just seems like it.
Yeah, they're looking for something to bitch about. No, let's not mince words. Trump, with everything he's doing with the handling of the Epstein files and the Iran conflict, that he's really fucking up. He's doing a lot of shit that's really fucking up. Saying that we are a war country, can't be bothered with healthcare and all that other shit. Yeah, that's a major league fuck up. Saying that he doesn't care about people's financial hardships. All he cares about is making sure Iran doesn't have a nuclear weapon. Yeah. Not good bedfellows on that, okay? You want Trump fucking up? Okay, you got it in a nutshell. Why do you people got to cling to fucking bullshit? Fucking sitting there wanting to go, oh, Trump in a locker room before he was president said, grab her by the pussy. But yet every single one of those people laughed at this guy. We all remember this guy? We all remember Fred?
Yeah.
We love Fred. Okay, for those of you who don't know, this is Fred. Fred is awesome.
Oh, I don't care if she's 20. Hell, I'd fuck her. You can't say you wouldn't fuck her. Maybe that's what I'll do when they find her. I'll go and fuck her.
All right. Well, we definitely apologize for that editing error.
Very, very unusual.
The 3 victims were part of a CXS.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
Oh my goodness. And obviously somebody has interfered with Laura Ingalls' live shot, grabbing her mic and running. We apologize for the profanity, which he also said on our air.
It is going to be a big cleanup.
It took crews longer than anticipated to find the crack in the 64-year-old pipeline. I'm standing here with Fred, who says he was greatly impacted by the gushing of oil. Can you tell us a little more of what you saw?
I sure can. I was sitting on my front porch, grabbed a beer, and fuck her right in the pussy.
Back to
Disgusting. Tonight, warmer weather is on the way.
Yeah, tomorrow looks pretty nice.
So you have not purchased your costume yet. What are you going to be this year?
A prostitute.
Okay. This gentleman here has purchased his costume. What are you going to be this year, sir?
I really don't know what this is, but I've got something a whole lot scarier.
Let's see it.
Sure thing.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
Oh yeah, it does include the beard.
For all you ghouls and goblins.
Yeah. Everybody bitch about Trump. Oh, grab her by the pussy when he was in a private locker room conversation. But every single one of those people, we all laughed at Fred. Fuck her right in the pussy.
Dude, I'm gonna look that shit up. I'm gonna show my dad this shit.
Your dad will probably love it.
Oh my god, that was hilarious, man. That was good stuff.
You'd never seen that? Seen that before?
No. That's great, man. Oh fuck.
Revan swore by it for years. Ain't that right, Revan?
Oh, dude.
Well, I'm just saying, man. America, we have a right of speech, so we can say whatever the fuck we want, man.
Yeah,
we have freedom of speech. So whatever, it doesn't matter if Bill Clinton cheating on his wife, presidents cheating on their wives, or they're the same cuss words. I'm sorry, man, but even presidents and congressmen and lawyers and anybody has a right to say whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, and I'm not absolving Trump of his wrongdoings.
No,
I'm not. Hold him accountable, absolutely. But my caveat is the double standard. Oh, Orange Man bad, but people who have done far worse.
Way worse.
Orange Man bad because Orange Man bad, but Bill Clinton going to Epstein Island 26 times, good. Clinton getting his dick sucked in the Oval Office, good.
Well, here's the thing.
Hillary Clinton being a fucking flying into a violent outrage, good. What? Yeah, Trump's an asshole. He's not got a professional demeanor at all. I do not deny that. Okay, but you cannot sit there and justify one and condemn the other. You can't.
It's ridiculous. They're just looking for an excuse.
It is. And if you want to be pissed off at the orange asshole, by all means, be pissed off at the orange asshole. God knows he's done a lot to deserve it.
Right now, lately, yeah. I mean, I'm really disappointed in my president right now.
Yeah.
But
as you
regardless,
should be.
he's still my president. And whether I like it or not, I mean, but we the people need to stand up to him. You know what I mean? Like, hey, whoa, if this is enough.
Hold his feet to the fire. hold his feet to the fire till he course corrects, or we got Kentucky Fried Orange Man?
Because us as citizens, we have every
Kentucky
right
Fried
to
Orange
question
Chicken.
our right. Us as citizens, we have every right to question our president. That's why he's our president. We have to. I mean, he needs to answer to the people.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw it earlier, but we have a president who has effectively said that MAGA is his bitch. And I'm going to go ahead and replay this clip. I don't know if you saw it, but I really want to put emphasis on this because we're not excusing Donald Trump on this.
No.
We are not excusing Donald Trump and his behavior. So, but this point really needs to be driven home.
Ryan, clip it short here, Dish.
There is, what's core MAGA now?
I have no idea.
I think I know. Trump has said from the beginning,
Pedophile supporting Israeli lobby? I have no idea.
Need a different acronym. But Trump has said from the beginning that he defines what MAGA is. MAGA is what I say it is, he has said. And he's not wrong. It's his moniker, it's his campaign slogan, and all along he's defined what is and is not MAGA. And he told me personally, MAGA will feel the way I want them to feel. I'll tell them how to feel about this, that, or the other thing, and they will. And he has been totally right on that. The problem for Trump now is that he has defined MAGA literally to those who agree with Mark Levin. If you don't agree with Mark Levin, you're not MAGA, which means you must be a neocon whose main issue is what's in the best interest of Israel. And that defines MAGA down to nothing. It's a nub. So what's that? It's not large. It's not important. It's not cool. It's not appealing to young people. It has no future. Much like Mark Levin himself, it's old, it's angry, and it's dying. And so those are the people who, like, the die-hard loyalists who will just feel the way Trump wants them to feel are the ones who are harassing you for saying what you think about Thomas Massie. They're entitled to their opinion, but they do not represent the Republican Party. They don't represent the right, and they definitely don't represent the future.
Yeah. A lot of people are mad at Republicans as a whole. But again, the majority of Republicans voted for Trump for the same reason that people voted for Obama for 2 terms. We wanted change. We were tired of corrupt politicians who answered to AIPAC and lobbyist money. We wanted somebody who was going to be a free-thinking agent. That's why people voted for him. But he's gone off the rails, and now it has gone from an approval rating of 50+% to what? 31% now, Revan?
More than that, man.
Is that about right? Why?
Yeah.
Because he's been kissing Israel's ass. And I said it. Jews!
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Can you hear me louder?
Yes, absolutely. Much better.
Okay.
Bust that motherfucker out next time we go live, brother.
All right, I'm going to do that.
Much better. That is so much better. I think that just fixed your problem.
Awesome.
But yeah. Now he kisses. He's loyal to the Israelist lobby. And why is that? Not because they have something on him, but because of his bankruptcies. He had 6 bankruptcies prior to his presidency. And who bailed him out? J.P. Morgan, the Israel lobbyist. They bailed his ass out. They own his ass. It's like kind of a Godfather scenario. It's like, okay, Trump, I'm going to do you this favor. I will excuse your bankruptcies, but you are still in debt to me. One day I am going to call on you to do me a favor, and you will not argue with me. You will do exactly what I say when I say, or there will be dire consequences. Would I say that'd be a fair assumption?
All right, that should do it.
I don't know. I think that was a pretty good Godfather interpretation.
That was really good, actually. Yep.
All right, got it done.
What'd you do? What'd you do?
Just take a look.
Oh,
it's gonna be funny, man.
Let me see.
I'm gonna take this phone away from him.
Let me see what we got
Oh
here.
God, he made him public.
Oh God.
Bring it up, man. Bring it up, man. Bring it up.
I'm bringing it. That is fucking brilliant. What is that, Porky Pig?
Yeah.
Who is that supposed to be? George Bush?
George W. Bush.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about right. Oh, Jesus. That is fucking great.
Oh, it's awesome.
Hillary Clinton is a flamingo. I like it. Farting flamingo.
No, a quaking flamingo.
There's that rage fit. There's that hotel rage fit.
Do you smell what this bitch is cooking?
The gassy bore of the house. Nice. Oh. Yeah, you're the carbon footprint they want to get rid of. Now there's a good hypocrisy for you.
Melting beaver.
Yep. There's a good hypocrisy for you. Oh, you can't use a space heater to keep yourself warm, and you got to limit how much water you use, but we can give endless water and utility usage to artificial intelligence and data centers while you pay for it. AI can have all the energy and all the water it wants, but you can't. You're the carbon footprint they want to get rid of.
You know what makes me really mad about that?
My ass. You want to fucking fact check some shit? Trust the science. Trust the science.
There's a lot of farmers out there losing their land because of that kind of stuff, man.
Yeah.
And they're not paying as much money for the land they're taking. So it's either they take it or they're going to take that land anyway.
Yeah, and it was Gates that bought up a lot of the farmland. Fucking Bill Gates. Why is Bill Gates at the center of everything? And nobody's fucking done anything about it.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and Trump has him at the fucking White House. Like, what the fuck, dude? This guy's a eugenicist and a mass murderer, and you're having him at the fucking White House. Fucking BB shit and yoo-hoo is a mass murderer. And Trump called him out on it. He said, you would be in fucking prison right now if it weren't for me. Israel, everybody in the world hates Israel because of you. You're a fucking lunatic, and you'd be in prison if it weren't for me. He said that on record, and it doesn't deny it. He said it in a phone call to BB shit and yoo-hoo. Okay? And Trump doesn't deny that. He is protecting a war criminal and a psychopath. Why?
I think to make a profit.
Yeah. And he's being cock-blocked on a lot of that shit, on a lot of his oil deals and whatnot. Revin, you were talking about that on Great Jedi TV. Go ahead and recap that for us, please.
Greenland. He talked about Greenland, was it late last year, saying it would be a great strategic point. But in reality, he He wants it for the oil and the earth element, man.
Yeah, but there were some other issues that were happening too, and I believe that you brought it up during Grey Jedi TV earlier, was that the lawsuits that he filed and won against the IRS, and they can't go after him anymore, but yet he's still getting a lot of those deals, but the Supreme Court is blocking a lot of it, apparently. Like, there's been a lot of blockages.
The thing is, for the longest time, first, it was like the war with Israel and Hamas, and then Ukraine and Russia. Well, you don't hear very much from Ukraine and Russia, but for the while, like Greenland was a target. Trump wanted Greenland. No, because Greenland is a territory of the Crown of Denmark.
Yeah,
and plus, it's a protected territory by a NATO country. Plus, he wants Cuba. Why?
Yeah, control those resources naturally.
Yeah.
But, it's been a big thing lately in the news that Trump is getting blocked on a lot of these business deals. And they've already admitted that the Democrats, we already know that the Democrats were heavily involved in insider trading, Nancy Pelosi in particular. You have the Somali fraud up in Minnesota. And more recently, on the right, you had Trump and his entire administration engaged in insider trading as well. And Trump pardoned all of those people. Yeah, so, we got to call balls and strikes here. And that's where my whole damn thing is. You got to call balls and strikes. You can't be fucking politically biased. Yeah, if you want to hate the orange man for one thing, you got to hate the other side as well. Because they're both guilty of the same damn crimes to one degree or another. Whether to a lesser or greater degree, they're all fucking guilty. They're all fucking criminals. Reverend, go ahead. Sorry.
He pardoned a good majority of the people that were there on January 6th.
Yeah. Well, the Jan 6ers were fucking innocent. They had, 70 some odd undercover FBI agents that were orchestrating that, leading people into the Capitol. Many of them were in the Capitol themselves. We're laughing about it.
There's a guy, he was head of the Proud Boys. He wasn't even there, but yet he got arrested.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a whole bullshit thing. And they're talking about, they were trying to cause an insurrection and overthrow the government. No, you don't fucking go and storm the Capitol to overthrow the government. Okay? You're tactful, you're reserved. And we talked about this many times, that if it ever comes down to an actual civil war or government overthrow, it's not going to be people storming the Capitol or trying to storm the White House or this or that. No, those buildings are way too secured. Okay, what it's going to be is people on the inside are going to take out the president, like putting cyanide in his breakfast or something like that. Or it's going to be people waiting outside the homes of congressmen, senators, governors, mayors, whoever. And the second they come out for that first breath of morning air going, oh, I love the smell of death and destruction in the morning. And then bam! Next thing you know, they're standing in front of Jesus, and Jesus is looking at them going, you were saying about death and destruction? Yeah. It ain't going to be storming the Capitol. True revolutionaries know better. They know better. They ain't going to storm the Capitol. That's fucking stupid. They ain't going to try to invade the White House. That's fucking stupid. They're not going to try to fight their way through Secret Service at the White House or a public event to try to take out the president. That's stupid. That's asinine. It's not going to happen that way. So no, Jan 6 was complete fucking bullshit. But yet, even people on the left will still cling to that, even though the evidence is clear that the people like the Proud Boys and the Jan 6ers were fucking innocent. Alex Jones was there. You were talking about the one guy from the Proud Boys who wasn't there but got arrested. Alex Jones was there, and they said, no, don't go after him. He's too fucking big.
Owen Schroyer.
Yeah. They arrested Owen Schroyer, but they didn't arrest Jones because Jones was too big of a name. Jones was too big, and he could fucking blow the whole damn thing wide open. So, yeah.
I agree with all of that.
Yeah, people on both sides need to stick to the facts. And the left want to say, oh, trust the science? Okay. Employ the scientific method. Question everything. Research everything. Investigate both sides of the angles. Come to a hypothesis. Come to a conclusion. Test and verify everything. Like, come on. Don't just buy into everything you fucking hear and be mindless sheeple going, I believe whatever my TV tells me because I don't think for myself.
That's a lot of ice cream.
Hey, that was a good night. That was a damn good night.
Could you imagine Joe Biden playing Forrest Gump?
No, I'd say more like Weekend at Bernie's. You know, going back to Trump. Yeah, going back to Trump.
Liquid and ice cream. You never know what flavor you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's pretty good, Bird. That was good. But like you look at people on the left saying that Trump is on a mental decline and should be removed from office because he is no longer mentally fit to be president. Okay, then why did you say a man who couldn't even articulate a fucking sentence because of his cognitive decline was fit to be president? Why do people still argue for that, but yet condemn Trump for the same damn thing? It's stupid, biased bullshit, man. And they continue to hold Biden up as some fucking folk hero, while when in truth, the poor bastard was locked in a fucking bedroom for the majority of his time with shit in his pants and ice cream all over his fucking shirt, while his wife and the previous hands of the Obama administration ran the country via autopin. All but two of the things that were put forth by Biden were actually Biden. Were actually signed by Biden. Out of all the legislation that came out of the White House that was allegedly signed by Biden, Biden himself only signed 2 of those things. He never saw anything else. Everything else was done via auto pen. While Biden had no idea what the fuck was going on, was just sitting in a fucking bedroom somewhere chilling. And they held this man up as president of the United States and continue to hold him up as some sort of folk hero instead of standing up and saying what they did to that man was fucking wrong. Now, whether you like Joe Biden or not, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, you know, especially if you're a Democrat, you should be looking at what happened in the Biden administration and what they did to that elderly old man and say, that is elderly abuse and should not have happened. That is criminal negligence and elderly abuse and was fucking wrong. What? I know I'm an asshole.
It was elderly abuse for making him run for those 4 years.
Mm-hmm. He's got stage 4 cancer now, which could have been prevented if they actually let him go to the fucking doctor and get checked out. They could have caught it early on. Maybe saved his life. Maybe could have helped him with his cognitive issues. But no, they kept him away from the doctors. They held him up like Weekend at fucking Bernie's. for those 4 years. And then when they couldn't fucking hold up the charade anymore, they ripped him out and threw Kamala Harris in without ever passing the primaries. They circumvented the primaries, threw Kamala Harris in, and expected that she was somehow going to win. And why the fuck would anybody fucking vote for her? Okay, aside from the fact that they circumvented the fucking primaries, you look at her track record in California. When marijuana was legalized, she kept people in her district locked up for marijuana charges. After marijuana was legalized in California, she kept those people locked up. Their sentences were not commuted. The charges still remained on their record, even though marijuana was legal for medicinal use in the state of California. She withheld and suppressed evidence in a murder case that would have absolved an innocent man of murder charges. She suppressed evidence that would have acquitted him. All for the sake of her career. No, that woman is not fit to be president. A lot of people will say a woman's not fit to be president. I don't know. I think, if we maybe got the right woman in, maybe it could work. I'm willing to give it a shot. Like, if Marjorie Taylor Greene were to run for president, I could say I could probably give her my fucking vote. Yeah. Hillary Clinton? No. She's a fucking nut job and a criminal and a fucking pedophile, just like her fucking husband. Kamala Harris? Fuck no. Somebody that did that kind of shit when she was a DA in California? I don't want that kind of shit running my fucking country. Fuck that with a big dick.
Kamala, do you guys ever see how every time when she was trying to become president, she had a different accent in every state she went to, trying to pretend to be something she's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who was that?
It's my dad.
Hi, Dad.
They say hi, Dad.
What? Yeah, right. What did he say?
He's like, I got hot sauce on my shirt, and he said, "Yeah, right, bitch." Don't ask, man.
I'm not going to. I'll let it go.
What? Oh yeah, I'm on a broadcast.
Talking about how she had hot sauce in her purse, trying to suck up to the black people.
Oh yeah, so she tried to hide hot sauce in her purse, trying to suck up to the African American people.
Wow, I had not heard that one, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
because they've been losing the black vote for a long time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They were capitalizing on that for the longest time. Ever since they lost the whole Jim Crow thing, they were starting to say, "Oh, we'll have those N-words voting Democrat for the next 200 years."
Right. Yeah.
And now, considering they're starting to lose the black vote, that's why they were bringing in all those migrants, because they were losing the black vote. They had already lost the white vote, so they were leaning on the black vote for the longest time, and then they weren't following through on their promises, and they were losing the black vote because all the Democrats really had was fear porn and hate the other guy and empty promises. How many times have we heard lower taxes for the poor and tax the rich? But anytime the Democrats got in power, that never fucking happens. Never fucking happens. And Trump called them out when Hillary, in front of Hillary, when they had that debate. Hillary goes, "Well, Trump doesn't pay his taxes." And Trump goes, "That's because I'm smart, because I use the same loopholes that you and your friends use. And you're not going to fix it because, again, you and your friends use those same loopholes that I do." And that's what won him. That's what won in that 2016 election, was that statement right there. And the black vote saw it. They're like, hey, he's right. They're not going to change anything. They never did. Every time they promise it, they never deliver on it. It's all bullshit. As if they could fucking close those loopholes. They're never going to close those loopholes. That's why the rich don't pay fucking taxes. Because they keep all their money in non-taxable assets and offshore accounts in countries that are exempt from our tax laws. So even if they wanted to tax them, they couldn't, because they're circumventing the system. Yeah, you can't tax money that isn't there. And, you know, people are seeing that. And people are seeing it in their areas. Thomas, you and I are from Hemet, California.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see something fucked up? I mean, we already know about Detroit got ran into the fucking ground. It used to be Motor City capital of the world. Now it's a fucking ghetto. California is vastly approaching that and becoming an ashtray.
Yeah.
This is, check this out, ladies and gentlemen. This is mine and Thomas's hometown. This is a store called the 99-cent store in Hemet, California. Check this out. We're just going to let that play through one more time. This is in Hemet, California, mine and Thomas's hometown. At the 99-cent only store.
That breaks my heart, man.
Yeah. And a lot of California is going like that. Because the powers that be are letting it go to rot. They're making bad investments. They're pocketing the money. They're screwing the people. People are living in fucking ghettos. I mean, Haunted was on here the other day talking about, what was it, last week? When we were talking about how things are in our hometown. You can't even walk down the street without somebody seeing or hearing somebody getting shot or gunfire. You can't even walk down the damn street in our old neighborhood anymore.
Yeah. It was starting to get like that before I left to South Dakota.
Yeah.
And now I live in Iowa, but yeah, another thing, it's really expensive to live in California now.
Yeah, it's really expensive to live in a fucking ghetto. And that's because of the policies that are being run out there. And people say, oh, the Republicans are so bad. The Republicans are so bad. You go to a fucking red state after living in a blue state, and you see the economic differences. Like you go from California to Tennessee like I did, or you go from California to South Dakota like Thomas did. It's night and day. It's night and fucking day. Places like California being the night, being the darkest that you could ever possibly imagine. And that's because of the way the leadership is running things. They're running their cities and states into the fucking ground. I mean, California is fucking burning to the ground. Revan, you were talking about it earlier, that people are pissed off and the Republicans are losing face because everything's burning. Go ahead and recap that for us, please.
Gavin Newsom and Nicole Swollen Ass Bass is out there only for photo ops because of their failure thousands of homes put to the ground, 12 people dead.
Yeah.
And Karen Bass was, left the country for a inauguration for some dumb fuck, somewhere else, And then you got Newsom backroom deal with the realty assholes and shit. And it's just like Maui, man, at the fucking land grab. And plus, that train.
Yeah, the train that they spent so many billions on that never got built.
Yeah.
That fucking bullet train.
Yeah.
Never got fucking built. I think the Cajon Passes, from what I heard, is still under construction. It's from the Inland Empire heading up to the high desert, leading out to Barstow, Vegas. That motherfucking pass has been under construction for well over a decade because of Democratic policy. They actually have a joke in California that Caltrans workers will soon be out of business and unemployed because China invented a shovel that could stand on its own. That's a real sad fucking joke, but it's based in an element of truth because you look at the way things are going in the state. Oh, Reverend, why don't you tell us a little bit about where you live and the conditions that your town is facing?
I live in the Central Valley. It's one of the corners of the Nevada Triangle.
Yeah.
And we're going through the same shit as everybody else, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's not getting any better. I'm not going to say it's going to get any better because it's not. It won't.
Mm-mm.
Our city has dumb people.
Okay.
Same issue, homeless shit. I mean, for like a year and a half, we had homeless people here, parking lot by Home Depot and shit. Not over here by AutoZone, and it was trash. Beyond trash. We had some dumb broad just hanging out outside of Family Dollar, homeless and shit. And if you have the Nextdoor app, at the time you hear about there's a crazy broad over there outside of Family Dollar. The thing is, it does not matter where you live, man. It will not get any better no matter what, because the thing is, we got dumbasses in office locally that don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
School boards don't give a fuck. Why? Because look, let's go. Let's stop, ladies and gentlemen. Let's stop all the cards. Okay, let's show your hand and realize your kid's school board is fucking stupid. They raise the salary of the superintendent and leave nothing for teachers, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like that George Carlin skit. There's a reason education sucks. There's a reason for all these bad things to happen. And there's a reason it won't get better because the owners don't want that. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have choice. You don't. You have owners. They own you. In case you wonder who the owners are, look at where the money's coming from. APAC, private investors.
He did a show.
All this lobbying. BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street.
Just Carlin did a show back in the 80s. And he brought up the FCC.
Yeah.
Now, the FCC is kind of like CARB. It wasn't elected. They're appointed. Okay, appointed. Yeah. Now, when the radio came out years ago, it was like a gift from fucking God, man. Like, thank you, man. Because radio was like, at the time, it was the Internet of Things. But hey, you get radio. You sit around, you listen to music, you operate, you name it, And it's like they regulate radio first because that came out first. Oh my God, here comes TV, television. So they regulated that, right? And then you had CBs. Then you got cell phones, right? All that shit, FCC is like basically regulating everything, man. Almost everything,
Yep, we lost Tommy Bird.
But remember that 730 words? 730 radio? The FCC regulated radio because of a minister in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Well, minister, do you know there's 2 knobs on a radio?
Yep. Yeah, it's a bunch of psychotic control freaks who want to control everything. And the puppet politicians are just put there to give you the illusion of choice and to profit from it themselves. And that's what it really comes down to, ladies and gentlemen. We need to get out of this divide and conquer narrative. It's not left versus right. It is us versus them. It is the people versus the establishment. And people need to wake up to that. They need to break out of this left-right paradigm and this cult-like mentality. And let's not mince words. People call MAGA cultist, and many of them are. Let's not mince words. Many of them are, as we've seen. But Republicans, for the most part, are sick of Trump's shit. Let's not mince words. We need to be honest about that. Yeah. Most of the diehard MAGAs are fucking cult-like mentality. But so are the Democrats.
Which Republicans? The normal ones or the neocons and rhinos?
No.
Again,
the neocons and rhinos are the loyalists.
Again, the 50-50. Again.
The neocons and the rhinos are the loyalists. I'm talking about the true young blood Republicans.
Exactly.
Okay, they're sick of Trump shit. And the neocons and the rhinos, they're a dying breed. They're a dying breed. But again, you've got the cult-like mentality on both sides. And it's because either you believe in the bullshit that the party is spewing, or because your family voted that way, so you vote that way, and you're loyal to it. It's like, oh, well, I go to this church, and I'm loyal to that theology because that's the church I went to growing up. That's the church my family went to, blah, blah, blah. Same thing in fucking politics. We need to break out of that paradigm and think for ourselves and learn to fucking question everything.
There's no saying. Yeah. You can be loyal to the bone and do what you're asked. And then the ones that are too loyal, way too loyal, are the ones that are sacrificed.
Mm-hmm.
Ones who've done everything asked without question.
They're the first to go.
Those are the ones first to go. They're the first to be sacrificed. Bar none, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, the left talks about, trust the science. Okay. Science. You need to implement the scientific method. You need to understand what science is and start implementing that. Most of these people, when they say trust the science, they're not actually saying they're trust the science. They're saying trust what the oblong box in the corner of the room tells you. And I say, fuck that with a big dick. And on that note, I'm putting the turkey in the oven. I am hungry. I need to get something to eat. So we've had quite an interesting.
Before you do that, you might want to bring up a couple more things that I shared a little bit.
What?
Look at.
Oh God, what are you doing now? Okay, well, let me look.
Oh, man, that's
Only
funny,
shove it up your ass. Birdie went to go pee-pee. Okay, what you do now? What you do now? And looking. Those are great. Those are fucking great. You guys gotta see this. George Bush is Wile E. Coyote with an Acme rock. Yeah, I can see that. That works. Nah! How does it fucking do that? Ha! Is that Jar Jar Binks coming out of Bill Clinton's ass?
Yeah.
Acme Socialist Utopia catcher. Okay. I guess I can get behind that.
AOC.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I guess I can get behind that. All right. On that note, gotta put the turkey in the oven, man. We're already past the 2-hour mark. It's almost midnight here.
It's almost 10 here, man.
And I'm going to call it a night. I am tired. I am hungry. And I am diabetic. So now I'm angry. Yeah. I really wanted to cover this topic because people need to get out of the left-right paradigm and see it for what it is. They need to see it for the divide and conquer narrative that it is. And for saying trust science. What?
Could be on a t-shirt, man. T-shirt, mug, whatever. So I kind of like
out of the left-right paradigm, yeah.
Share the idea, man. And like, dude.
I might do that. But we need to get out. People need to get out of the left-right paradigm. They need to get out of that cult-like mentality, and they need to actually put their money where their mouth is and trust the science.
Yeah.
Use the scientific method. Question everything. Research thoroughly. Hypothesize. Test your hypothesis. Come to a logical, scientific conclusion based on evidence. And then share that information with others. That's the only way we are going to break this cycle and get back to a nation of free thinkers and people who are going to not buy into the bullshit and hold our elected officials accountable. Because so long as people are buying into the bullshit and being sold on empty promises by snake oil salesman politicians, nothing is going to change. It's only going to get worse. So on that note, on behalf of Tommy Byrne, who dipped out to go pee-pee, thank you, Revan. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. I, of course, am Chris Sheldon, the Tin Man. And this has been another episode of TinMan TV, brought to you by the Worldwide Resistance Network. Again, follow us on our various social medias, X, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, TWWRN. Share the retransmissions. Check out our online store. Tons of great merch there. And
I actually bought a shirt the other day.
Yeah. Which that money will be going to send you the stuff to set up your studio. And again, keep the conversation going, my brothers and sisters. Share the live feed, share the retransmissions, and keep the conversation going. We engage with you online and offline. And as far as
every broadcast we do, we want it to be a talking piece amongst everybody, not just us. everybody, and because it's important to everybody to actually sit down on your ass and open your mind before you open your mouth and just convo, man. You know?
Yes, absolutely, Reverend. So again, check out our social medias, follow us on our social medias, share the retransmissions, engage in the conversations, check out our online store.
Exactly.
And until next week on the Roundtable, I am your host, the TinMan, with the Worldwide Resistance Network. If you are watching this, you are the resistance. Until next time, stay safe, stay strong, never give up, and God bless and keep you. Until next time.
And remember, these nuts lives matter.
They do.
You can hear this. You are not alone. This is the resistance.